Within Squarespace's blog collection main page, the way they display blogs can be a little bit boring and a little bit lifeless. So, for instance, if you go and you hover over one grid item, you're not going to get any sort of feedback when you hover. So it can just all look a little bit flat. And there's a simple code that I use on tons and tons of my builds that just elevates it a little bit. And to give you a brief description, what it is when you hover over an image, the image is going to go slightly opaque and zoom in just a little bit. And it's these small touches that add more depth to the page and just make your site look so much more professional.
So first things first, we want to go into website and then find our blog. So we're looking at the blog, and when we go here, you can see, okay, this looks alright, but there's no hover effect whatsoever. And then if we go into the editor and turn it into a grid, which is what I prefer, so edit section and then layout, and we change that to a basic grid blog, hit save, and we look at this, again, looks cool, but there's no hover state whatsoever. So what we want to do is click Shift, Command and C, and that's going to give us access to the Google Chrome developer tools. And what we want to do is find the entire item, so the entire grid item, and we do that by hovering over this until we get everything highlighted. So we click this and we can see, okay, it's this basically. So what we're going to do is click and copy that, and we're going to bring that back into website and then website tools and then custom CSS, paste it in, and then we're going to do some brackets. And then we're going to say image, and we're going to put a little transition on this so it transitions out. So we'll say 0.3 seconds. And then we're going to say, and hover, some more brackets, and then we're going to say image, which basically is saying only apply it to the image even though the entire item is hovered over. So I could hover over this and the effect would apply to the image within. Hopefully that makes sense. So then we're going to go some more brackets, and then we're going to say opacity 0. And then you can do whatever you want from 0.1 up to 0.9. So let's say 0.9. You can see it's a really subtle change. Or we could go down to like 0.6, which is way more noticeable. So maybe let's go 0.7. I think we can do 2 decimal places. Yeah, nice. Okay. And then we're going to say transform, and then we'll say scale, and then open non-squiggly brackets, and then we can either zoom it in or out. So out would be like 0 point something, which does this, or in, which looks way better, would be, let's say 1.2. And you can see it just looks way better, and it doesn't matter, let me just blow this up, it doesn't matter whether we're hovering over the image or the entire item, we still get that nice effect. And we could go one step further and show an effect on the actual titles. So if we go back into the Chrome developer tools, we'd find out what the name of this is or what the target is, and we can see, okay, it's blog title. So we'll go back in, and under hover we're going to add that, and then we're going to do some squiggly brackets, and then we're going to say turn that opacity down as well. So I'm just going to copy this, match it to there, and then put important so it comes up. Now for some reason that is not working, so what I'm going to do is just add an asterisk, and then I'll get rid of this, which should allow us, there we go, to get what we want. So that's a bit of a hatchet job on the titles, but you can see you can have that effect if you wish. To be honest, I actually think it looks better without. So I'll add this code into the blog post, but it probably looks better just like this. But it's completely up to you. You go with whatever you want. So hopefully you found this useful. If you did, make sure to leave a like and hit subscribe. And if you want me to build your Squarespace website, you can get in touch using the links in the description.